I'm useless without my espresso. I'm like a car that starts.
My grandmother, who's 96, always said,
Are you a secret shareholder in Warm Water Incorporated? Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Harris.
And Hiroshi Saito. And Michael, I have to say, are we starting with coffee again?
Hiroshi, you sound like a broken record with this coffee thing.
That's because I've seen too many people in the hospital who were also a broken record with their coffee. First thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, no water, and then...
Okay. Today we're not just talking about coffee. We're talking about why the first 3 hours after you wake up are the most dangerous time for your brain and heart. And I'm not exaggerating. 48% of all strokes happen between 6 a.m. and noon. Nearly half. And the peak is the first 3 hours after waking.
In Japan, we call it mano-jikan, the devil's hour.
And here's why. When you sleep for 7 or 8 hours, you're not drinking water. But your body is still losing fluid through breathing, through your skin. By the time you wake up, your blood is literally thicker than when you went to bed.
Imagine ketchup that's been in the fridge. Cold, thick. Now try to push it through a thin straw.
A terrible analogy, but an accurate one.
My grandfather, he lived to be 92, would lie in bed for 5 minutes every morning after waking up. He'd wiggle his toes, rotate his ankles, breathe, then he'd sit up slowly. He'd sit on the edge of the bed for another minute. Only then would he stand up.
Now compare that to the average American. Alarm goes off, jump up, run to the shower, coffee, phone already in hand. It's like taking a cold engine and immediately slamming the gas pedal to the floor. The engine might not handle it.
It's like taking a cold engine and immediately slamming the gas pedal to the floor. The engine might not handle it.
And do you do it yourself? Your grandfather's routine?
Not always. Sometimes I rush too, but I feel the difference. On those days, I have a headache by noon and I'm irritable. When you wake up, especially abruptly to an alarm, your body switches to fight or flight mode. Cortisol spikes, adrenaline, your heart beats faster, your blood pressure rises, sometimes by 20 to 30 points in the first 30 minutes.
A study in Circulation tracked 8,000 adults over 60. For many, the morning blood pressure surge was massive.
And if your blood vessels are stiff from age, arteriosclerosis, they can't compensate. Add in the thick blood from dehydration.
And something has to give, either a rupture or a clog.
A perfect storm. Thick blood plus constricted vessels plus a blood pressure spike.
But that's not all. Most people immediately grab their phone. News, email, what happened overnight?
Your cortisol is already high from waking up. Now you're adding psychological stress. The Journal of Hypertension showed that people who checked their phone within the first 15 minutes had blood pressure readings 15–20% higher.
I did this for years. Alarm goes off, hand reaches for the phone. 10 emails, news about a disaster, and I'm not even out of bed yet.
And how did you feel?
Like crap. Heart pounding, head buzzing. Remember George, the accountant who forgot the milk?
7 a.m., just woke up.
I asked him about his morning. Alarm at 6:30, jumps out of bed, quick shower, turns on the coffee maker. While the coffee brews, checks the news on his iPad, checks stocks, pours the coffee, sits down at his laptop, starts working on taxes.
Oh no.
Thick blood, zero water. Blood pressure spike, jolting upright. Psychological stress, news plus taxes. By 7 a.m., the perfect storm was ready.
And the brain says, enough.
It's been 2 years since we changed his morning routine. Not a single incident. But we need to talk about the single biggest mistake, the one 80% of people make.
A glass of water, or rather, the lack of one. 1 glass of water, 250 milliliters. The difference between a normal morning and an ambulance ride.
Hiroshi, you're being dramatic.
I sound like a doctor who has seen too many preventable strokes. The European Journal of Neurology tracked 10,000 stroke patients. 48% showed significant dehydration at the time of the stroke. Most of them were morning strokes.
8 to 10 hours without fluids for someone 60 plus is a massive gap.
And as you age, your sense of thirst dulls. You don't feel thirsty.
Here's the problem. Dehydration doesn't always feel like thirst. Your body adapts. But on a cellular level, it's a catastrophe. Blood volume drops. It becomes viscous.
Like a soup that's been boiled too long. Less liquid. everything more concentrated.
And this thick blood flows slower through the capillaries in your brain. They are so thin that red blood cells have to go through single file. If the blood is too thick, it gets stuck. A microclot forms.
And if enough capillaries get blocked, stroke. Michael, when you started drinking water in the morning, what did you notice?
After 2 weeks, my afternoon headaches disappeared. I hadn't even realized I had them every day, and it became easier to focus. I thought coffee was helping, but the water was solving the real problem.
A concrete protocol. Before bed, put a glass of water on your nightstand. Room temperature or slightly warm, not ice cold.
And drink it right after waking up?
The moment you open your eyes, the entire glass. Before your phone, before you get up. 250 to 300 milliliters within a minute or two.
Then, can I have coffee?
Wait 15 to 20 minutes. Let the water enter your bloodstream. Use that time for the bed exercises. Ankle rotations, slow rising, then coffee.
How much water total per day?
0 milliliters per kilogram of body weight. 70 kilogram is about 2 liters. That's roughly 8 glasses. Spread it out through the day.
How do you know it's enough?
Urine color. Light yellow, almost clear, good. Dark yellow, dehydrated. There was a patient in Tokyo, 68 years old, Mrs. Tanaka. Dizziness every morning. We did all the tests. Everything normal. I asked her to keep a diary. It turned out she drank almost no plain water, only green tea, a diuretic.
Chronic dehydration.
I gave her a task. 1 glass of water before tea every morning, plus 3 or 4 more glasses during the day. Within a week, the dizziness was gone. 10 years of suffering. The solution, a glass of water.
That's why you insist.
It's so simple and so ignored.
Water is the first and most important step. But you mentioned bed exercises, about not jumping up abruptly.
Water solves the thick blood, but it doesn't solve the sharp blood pressure spike. For that, you need the right kind of movement.
And there is a safe way to get up, and a way that can kill you.
That is not an exaggeration.
No, it's statistics.
Including the story of my father.
You've never told that story.
Because it's difficult, but people need to hear it.
All right, let's talk about what happens when you get out of bed too quickly. The medical term is orthostatic hypotension. In simple terms, the blood doesn't have time to reach your brain.
You've been lying down for 7 or 8 hours. Blood pools in the lower part of your body. That's normal. Gravity is at work.
But when you stand up abruptly, especially after 60, your heart needs time to pump that blood back up. 5, 10, 15 seconds. If you stand up too fast,
the brain is left without oxygen. Dizziness, spots in your vision, sometimes a fall.
And it's not just an inconvenience. A fall at 60 or 70 can be a catastrophe. A broken hip, a head injury.
I want to tell you about my father. It was difficult for me. He was 71, a very active man, walked every day, worked in the garden.
What happened?
One morning, he woke up, needed to use a bathroom. He got out of bed quickly, walked to the bathroom. My mother heard a loud noise. He had fallen, hit his head on the sink.
Orthostatic hypotension?
Yes, dizziness, lost his balance for a second. That second was all it took. He survived. The head injury wasn't critical, but after that, he was afraid to get up at night. His quality of life dropped significantly.
This happens more often than people think, especially at night or early in the morning, when the body isn't fully awake yet.
And you know what the saddest part is? It was 100% preventable. If he had just sat on the edge of the bed for 30 seconds.
Let's give people a concrete protocol. What to do from the moment you wake up until you're fully standing.
Step 1. Don't open your eyes sharply right away. Wake up. Lie there for another 10 to 15 seconds. Take a deep breath in, a slow breath out.
This gives your body time to realize, okay, we're waking up now.
Step 2. Simple movements in bed. Rotate your ankles. 10 times clockwise, 10 counterclockwise. Then your toes. Curl, uncurl. Then your knees. Bend, straighten.
Why?
The leg muscles act as pumps. When you move them, they help push blood upward. They prime the circulatory system.
How long does this take?
30 seconds. A minute max if you do it slowly.
Step 3?
Slowly roll onto your side. Not onto your back, onto your side. Then use your arms to push yourself into a sitting position. Let your legs dangle off the bed.
And now the key moment. You sit. Don't stand up immediately.
Minimum 30 seconds. A full minute is better. Sit on the edge of the bed, feet on the floor. This is the time to drink that glass of water we talked about.
And then?
Stand up slowly. If you feel dizzy, sit right back down. Wait another 30 seconds.
The first few steps should be slow too.
Yes, hold on to something stable if you need to. The headboard, a wall, the nightstand. Don't be shy.
Okay, we've gotten up safely. But there's another problem. What do most people do after they get up?
Immediately sit down at a computer.
Exactly. They sit for breakfast, then they sit at a computer, then they sit in front of the TV. 3 hours have passed and the body has barely moved.
We call this the morning death routine.
I didn't make up that name, but it's accurate. Because sitting, especially prolonged still sitting, slows circulation even more. Blood pools in the legs, the risk of clots increases.
This is why you need movement in the first hour after waking. Not intense, light.
What do you recommend?
5 to 10 minutes of light walking. Just around the house, kitchen, bathroom, living room. Or light stretching, reaching arms up, side bends, torso twists.
Nothing intense. No running, no push-ups.
God forbid. The body isn't ready yet. Just gentle movement to get the blood flowing.
Let's put everything we've discussed together. A complete morning routine for safety after 60.
You wake up, lie for 10-15 seconds, breathe. Bed exercises, 30 seconds. Sit on the edge, drink a glass of water, sit for a minute. Stand up slowly, take the first steps carefully.
Then 5 to 10 minutes of light movement, walking around the house or stretching. Only after that, coffee, breakfast, start your day.
From wake up to fully ready, about 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes that could add years to your life.
And prevent a catastrophe.
Listen, we get it. You hear all this and you think, this is too much, I won't remember, I can't do it.
But the truth is, it's simpler than it seems. Because after a week, it will become automatic.
All right, we covered a lot today. Let's do a quick recap. 3 main points.
First, the first 3 hours after waking are the devil's hour. Thick blood, constricted vessels, blood pressure spike. A perfect storm for a stroke.
Second, water. 1 glass immediately after waking up. Before coffee, before your phone, before anything else.
Third, the slow get up. Exercises in bed. Sit on the edge for a minute. Stand up slowly. Don't rush.
That's it. 3 simple things.
But if you only remember one thing, what would it be?
A glass of water on the nightstand. Tonight, before bed. Place a glass of water next to your bed.
That's all. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. Just 1 glass.
Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, it will be there. A reminder. Drink it before you do anything else.
It takes 30 seconds. It could save your life.
Your body isn't broken. It isn't betraying you. It's just asking for a little attention.
And those first 3 hours, that's when it's speaking the loudest.
Write in the comments, do you drink water first thing in the morning, or is coffee your priority? I'm genuinely curious.
And if this information helped, please share it with someone over 60. Maybe a parent, a friend, a neighbor.
Next time, we'll talk about breakfast, because what you eat in that first hour is a whole other topic.
And we'll be arguing about it again.
Of course we will. Until next time, take care of yourselves.